I've had great experiences with him that is like amazing. When I look back, it's like, wow. So no regrets. No, I think I would keep everything the same. My name is Nicole Murphy. I was married to Eddie Murphy. I got into modeling when I was about 13 years old. I was really shy when I was young, so I was like, ugh, I was really intimidated about doing it. And my mother and a friend of ours pushed me into doing it. I'll never forget when they first put me on the runway, because the collections are this runway with all the photographers at the end of the runway, and it was like shocking because all of a sudden it was like, and I didn't expect it. And then I just fell in love with it. A friend of mine talked me into going to the NAACP Image Awards. Now I was about 19, 20 years old. And then they had an after party, and that's where I met Eddie Murphy. So he actually sent his guy over there, and he was like, Eddie Murphy wants to meet you. And I was like, okay. So I met him, and I was thinking, okay, well, I'm not just gonna be a little notch on his belt. And we exchanged numbers, and then that was it. I mean, it was just different, you know. We clicked. We have 5 beautiful kids. We were married for 12 and a half years. I think any marriage is hard to leave. You know, divorce isn't a good spot to be in. You don't want that. So that's difficult because you have children. But we actually adjusted, and we have a great schedule to where he has them for a week and I have them for a week. And now they're used to it. I'm used to it. Eddie's used to it. And what's great about it is that Eddie and I are great. We're good friends now. If Eddie has a movie that comes out, we go see the movie. We support each other. I have a new guy in my life. His name's Michael Strahan. I'm actually really happy. I'm not in a 40,000 square foot home, but I'm in a 10,000 square foot home. But I'm good. Not complaining. I'm in a happy place. Well, you know, it was weird when I did get out of my situation with my ex-husband, and then I started a new relationship with a man. You're in the car, and then all of a sudden, a bus goes by, and there's a billboard of your husband or your ex-husband, and he's like, hey. And then you look over, and at the bus stop, you see him, and then you're driving, and you see him on this big billboard, and you're like, wow, I can't get away from this man. It was funny because I had been approached to do reality TV, and I turned him down. And I was like, nah, I don't want to be in that. I don't want to do that. Just kept turning it down. And then this one came to me, and it sounded interesting to me because it's about who we are and what we're doing in our lives. Because for people who don't know me, they would see me with my ex-husband, but they never heard me. They never heard me speak. They don't know me. So I was like, you know what? It's time for me to do me. 2 of the women, I'm a big fan of their husbands, like a huge fan. I told him, I was like, no matter whatever you tell me about him, I'm still a big fan. I'm gonna still go listen to that music. Or, you know, Cherie, I've known her for maybe about 19 years now. Just being around her on this show, I'm really getting to know her in a different way. And she's a wonderful woman. Jessica is a character. She has no filter. She says whatever on her mind, she's gonna say it. And I love that about her. She's just fun to be around. She makes me laugh all the time. Andrea is a character. She's loud and funny, and she has this thing about her that it's like she's gonna say whatever she wants to say. She has these little sayings like, oh yeah, honey, check the email. She'll do this. It's so funny. Maite is sweet. She's a dancer as well. She's really cool though. I enjoy being around her as well. I'm around these different women who have different characters about them. Andrea and I, we just connect in a different way. And like, we'll make each other laugh to where we're crying, you know? And then there's Maite, who's sweet. And it's just, the whole energy is just there. and I enjoy it.